Which celebrity went on the fastest, hardest and most destructive downward spiral from their peak? Ezra Miller is doing a speedrun on this ATM. Kevin Spacey getting revealed to be a predator, using his sexuality as an excuse, getting fired from his projects and then posting an insane supervillain level YouTube video as Frank Underwood basically blaming the viewers for being complicit. Armie Hammer. And apparently Ezra Miller is just Robert Downey Jr. had a pretty destructive spell, incredible recovery though. Alison Mack https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Alison_Mack?w provoqualsflower1. Bam Margera for me. He looks horrible now, like his dad but worse. Wouldn't be surprised if I wake up one morning and he's dead. Tyler Tequila going from bisexual reality TV vixen to Nazi was pretty astonishing. John Wilkes Booth. Jussie Smollett, https://en.wikipedia.org/wiki/Jussie_Smollett_hate_crime_hoax. Bill Cosby. He was America's favorite dad, stand-up comic, had several very successful TV shows, spokesman at colleges, then poof. He's just a dirty creepy guy who spikes your drink so he can get some. Ian Watkins went from frontman of a world-famous rock band to doing 30 years for child sex offenses. Amanda Bynes went from the girl next door cast in every teen movie to her conservatorship and addiction issues. Maybe not from his peak, but Michael Richards comes to mind. Massive role as Kramer in one of the most popular TV sitcoms of all time, and then, yikes. Just no coming back from this. https://www.youtube.com/watch?vic_junf_r_py. He's not exactly A-list anymore, but Andy has had one of the worst downward spirals I can think of. He is a pretty terrible toxic person, so it's difficult to feel bad for him, but in the last few years he's become heavily involved in the viral streaming community IP2, https://www.youtube.com/watch?vic_0f_q1-qbx3e&ab_channel equals band neatly, which is honestly a collection of the trashiest people in America. And is passed around between different viral content creators as he brings them views and they supply him with drugs and he provides content with his crazy behavior. He has had several pretty nasty beatings. https://www.youtube.com/shorts/rbum-mydsgy, and was once held against his will by a creator called Whoopi who was abusive. Andy is basically a drug-addicted husk of a human. I felt like I needed a shower after watching some of the videos. That whole lifestyle is my idea of hell. But Andy recently was caught on stream sexually assaulting one of the IRL streamers, so it's basically impossible to feel sorry for him. Britney Spears. She then proceeded to get royally over by the courts and essentially became her father's slave until recently. Mark Salling. The guy who played Puck in Glee. Maybe not the biggest star, but he was a fan favorite on a huge show. Got caught with child pornography, pleaded guilty, then hung himself. That's a pretty hard downward spiral. Nikocado Avocado. Dude destroys himself for views. Ezra Miller. Back-to-back high-budget movies and they can act too. Even has the lead role as one of the most well-known superheroes of all time, but put it all to waste. Amy Winehouse. Technically Buddy Holly. Elvis Presley. Charlie Sheen. Chris Benoit. I may not be a wrestling fan anymore, but damn what a tragedy. Demi Lovato. Sid Vicious. Tell a kid he can be in a band cause he fits the image and attitude and it's going to go to his head. He was a smart guy who could have done better, but he bought so much into his own image that he destroyed himself. Lindsay Lohan. So much coke her nose collapsed in on itself, turning her face into a semblance of Skeletor. Roseanne did one of the fastest disappearing act that I can think of. Mason Greenwood went from being effectively the top young prospect at Man United to never touching a professional football field again. Him. Tiger Woods has to be up there. He was a household name that made golf interesting to people that didn't give two about golf. And then, well, Lane Staley. I think a lot of people are missing the point of this post. It's not about how deep a celebrity sunk. It's about the speed in which they sunk. Amy Winehouse was a known alcohol. Elvis had many up and down years and spent lots of time at Graceland slowly killing himself. I must say Charlie Sheen is a good example, because one minute he's the star of the hottest sitcom on TV with a career and accolades that could send him into the history books. The next minute he's on the news with bloodshot eyes talking about tiger blood and winning, while secretly spreading AIDS. I think the spirit of this is overnight tanking. I'd nominate Jussie Smollett because overnight he not only ruined a potentially historical career, but he performed an action that landed him in jail and acted in a way that makes people question his sanity. He ruined his entire life in one night. That's pretty quick. Fatty Arbuckle. Insert 27 club member here. Trent Reznor's downward spiral was fast and hard, and his peak, according to some. Jim Morrison, of course. Steven Seagal was never really truly famous, but he was at least an action star. Now, he's trying to suck off Putin. Ezra Miller. I literally never heard of he dude before Justice League. Now I learn he's a cult leader committing crimes everywhere he goes. Whitney Houston. Edward Furlong. I'm really disappointed in the limited number of years I was able to drool over Lindsay Lohan. Will Smith. I think he went from 100 to 0 real quick. Paul Pee Wee Herman Rubens sure had a good run. I hope he's doing good these days. Bam Margera. Easily. Ever since Ryan Dunn was killed in the crash, he has been in a constant downward spiral. It's extremely depressing to see such a lively guy continue to deteriorate worse and worse. Dustin Diamond.